back in here, part 2, with our buddy Joshua O'Connor, who's helping me live up. This actually, this music is brand new.
It's so good. This is a filthy guitar riff, by the way.
We started it out on Monday when Rob was in here. I immediately recoiled every damn day. A lot of days.
A lot of days.
Many days.
Most of the days.
But you're here for a second straight day. So you are contributing. You're helping me get to this every damn day goal for TCM, man. Thanks for sticking around.
Dude, it is my absolute pleasure. Thank you for fucking putting up with me so much.
Well, we got sidetracked a couple times there during the first. Yeah, no, it's a little weird. So we'll have another pint here. We'll talk about some things outside of hockey, and that if you did happen to miss part 1, that was covering World Juniors, covering under 18s, the growth of broadcasting around women's hockey, how a cameraman almost killed Nick Suzuki. Look, there was a lot of things in that episode.
It's good dialogue right there.
At talkcanaudio.com or on whatever podcast app you're hearing us right now. Go back, check it out. It is time for another pint. What did you grab out of the TCA Magic Fridge this time?
So when I saw that you had it, I kind of had to cop it. I'm so sorry if it was saved for anyone. But
not at all, man.
I have a deep, undying love for Nickelbrook Brewery, and you had a naughty neighbor in there, so I scooped that
for
right
sure.
away.
They make nice stuff. This one, it's actually still the very last of my Christmas-themed beers.
Ooh.
From the Whippersnapper Brewing Company. They had an advent calendar they do every year, the 12 Days of Craft Beermas, and I obviously polished that off in the moment. But I was in there just a couple days before Christmas, and they had spare cans of whichever days from the calendar you like, and I grabbed up a bunch of this one. It's their Clove Stout, so it's got a little spice to it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So a bit of a ramp down from you and I both on day 1, part 1 here of the conversation. We're at 10% beers.
Yeah.
This one, foot off the gas a little bit.
Just
right?
a little bit.
Yeah.
But if we drink multiples of these, same.
Yeah. There may yet be a third part. We'll see, good listener. Stay tuned.
We talk a lot of shit. This is the most ADD podcast ever, and I'm 100%. So it's 100% my fault. And you're nice enough to just let me go off on these tangents and give you.
I'm usually the one who
8-minute long answers on the most random shit.
Hey, you got serious work to do if you're going to pass Mr. AJ Jackie back in terms of the most long-winded answers. That
you know what I learned from the best. I spent a lot of years working with AJ, so
I have no doubt. Look, let's start with the CFL.
Yeah,
a beast you know well.
I do.
There was a bit of a thing, and you and I talked about this in the quote-unquote green room here a little bit. The idea of promoting itself and its growth and whatever else. And on the Monday show, Rob and I discussed this. You probably saw it. There was a little bit of a stir last week that TSN put out this, best time of year to be a sports fan.
Coming up graphic. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
WNBA playoffs, March Madness, PWHL playoffs, certainly had the Masters coming up, right? The FIFA World Cup coming up, NHL, NBA, everything that was going on.
And they missed F1 and CFL, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And CFL, that's your national rights holder. That's your broadcast partner.
Yeah.
It's not a good look. I don't know that it's apocalyptic. I don't know that it was as bad as everyone made it out to be, but it's clearly whatever intern put together that graphic, who I don't want to crush here, right?
Yeah.
Whoever
Can I interrupt?
By all means, man.
I say this with the utmost respect, and I'm not trying to cast shade at anybody whoever made that. And I mean this seriously. Serious as a heart attack when I say this. One of the biggest pet peeves in the industry, in sports marketing, and this is purely from an educational standpoint, is being like, I don't know what intern did this. I don't know what intern posted this. They're not interns. These are professional social media managers, professional social media employees, or marketing employees.
Have it here a little bit.
No. But where did that come from? That's crazy.
I keep certain things.
Jesus.
When I know I mess up a lot, I got to keep things
No. This is purely educational, but that is a big thing online where you're like, what intern? It's like, dude, this is 2026.
Okay.
These are pretty well paid employees. And I imagine that graphic had to go through like 8 levels of shit before it was approved to be posted. And maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I could be totally off base. But for all my sports social media peeps out there, I'm gonna go to bat for you. Maddie, I love you. You know this. It's just like...
This was probably not an intern.
Probably not an intern. Probably a full-time employee.
And it had to, in your experience... and this is my question, though. If it had to clear, as you're suggesting, multiple levels before getting out there... I
would imagine so, yeah.
Did they fuck up? Or is this how TSN views the CFL right now? You are behind some of these things we don't even have the rights for, right?
Do you want my honest opinion?
Of course I do. No, bullshit us, please.
Okay. I can't even bullshit you. I tried for like a split second. I was like, nah, I got nothing. I'm more shocked at the F1 oversight than the CFL, if I'm being totally honest. And my, like, yeah, the CFL kickoff's a big deal, and like you are the national broadcast partner, and that's a big deal. Like, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But in terms of hot commodities for viewership, I would be very interested to see But
they have the Stanley Cup playoffs and the Toronto Blue Jays on here, and those belong to your competitor. You're not going to show a single one of those.
That
games.
is interesting. No, and that, totally fair point.
Like, sure, they're important parts of this time of year in sports, but you're not going to show them.
Absolutely. Yeah. I would just from a pure viewership standpoint, I'd be very interested to see what viewership is like at the F1 on TSN.
Oh, I get that
CFL.
much. Yeah.
Now, and I say that, and I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, so I'm going to choose my words carefully. Not that I'm like special or anything. No, but like I was very lucky during my time at the Red Blacks to have access to some of the TV numbers and stuff like that. And like the CFL does very well for TSN, and it ultra consistent. I don't know if they release a lot of that information, but it is like you could set your watch to viewership of the CFL in this country on TSN.
And the CFL over the summer is the only thing that gives TSN fresh, 100%. New, while they're trying to go head-to-head with the Blue Jays every night.
100%. So, like, I'd just be curious to see the numbers for the other things to kind of understand. But, like, I have 2 takes on this. One's a super hot take and is a little conspiracy theory-ish. And the other is just a nothing take. So, Let's start super hot. Can we go super hot first? My super hot one is, like, you're talking about it.
Did they intentionally
It's a mundane graphic that isn't really going to... It's like, hey, look at all the things we have coming up. Like, how much engagement is that going to drive?
And I would happily buy into that. Look, we got everybody talking about the CFL.
Exactly. Everyone's looking at that
deleted
graphic
the tweet.
No.
Which tells me...
Did they actually delete the tweet?
That is the ultimate surrender, right? Like, oh, you gotta... No.
That is the most Canadian thing ever, where you just can't get out of your own way. I would have left.
Once it's out there, let people.
Who cares?
Yeah.
People are talking about it. So that would be one.
Yeah.
2, my other take on this, and we were talking off mic, is it is not like, look, it's TSN's responsibility to promote the games that they're broadcasting, which is all of them. But like it's their responsibility or their prerogative, I should say, to promote the CFL games that they're broadcasting.
And this, again, I believe, is the final year of the contract.
I believe
between
so.
the TSN and the CFL.
Yeah. And so, and like I alluded to earlier, like you could set your watch to those ratings.
Saskatchewan, the whole province is watching.
100%. Like you know what you're going to get per program.
Right.
So if the league itself isn't going out of its way to break into new audiences, to promote the game in this country, to do anything to really help itself out, why is it TSN's responsibility to promote the league? If they know, hey, we can sink $0 into this season of the CFL and X amount of hundreds of thousands of people are going to tune in and watch, or we can spend $150,000 on this, and this to promote, to watch the CFL on our network and get the exact same viewership when the league isn't really doing anything and certainly isn't going dollar for dollar and in terms of investing in marketing dollars. Why would you? Why would you? Like, you know you're going to get the viewership.
Yeah.
And the league isn't really pushing itself. It's not capitalizing off of a lot of opportunities that are coming up.
No.
Good, bad, or otherwise. So why is the onus on TSN to make up for the shortfalls of the league? That's what I struggle with understanding. It's very easy
I
to
don't
say,
know if
well,
the onus is on them, but if you want to make money off this,
but they are making money.
TSN, I mean.
Yeah,
yeah,
they
okay,
are making
yeah.
money.
But if you want to, let me rephrase, then maximize your potential return on investment, is it so hard to, and I don't want to harp on this thing, but to just throw the CFL logo on this little banner you've put out? Like,
no, so it's
like it. Now, that's the part that makes me go, if I'm the CFL, even my own national partner doesn't think, and I don't know. This is the thing I asked Rob, I'll ask you. Like, is it just this one little oversight and, you know what, to hell with it? Or if I'm the CFL, do I go, I'm probably going to have a hard time getting this TV contract done if this is the level of priority that TSN sees me at
totally
right
fair
now.
conversation.
Yeah.
So I think it's two-part. One, I did not know they deleted the tweet, which then is like, oh, someone
you surrendered.
Up. Yeah, someone fucked up. Or they freaked out and I... No, I won't.
I hadn't considered your other point, though, that was like, once it's out there, even if it, like, I would love it if it was intentional and you create the CFL underdog audience that swells up from beneath and goes, I don't think that's what happened. But once it is out there that way, let it ride, man.
We're March.
Yep.
This happened a few days ago, end of February. How many people are talking about the CFL? You had everybody talking about the CFL. Oh, TSN didn't do this. TSN didn't do this. When's the kickoff date? Well, the kickoff date's this date. I mean, call me crazy. How many people are talking about exact details of when the first kickoff for a CFL game in February is?
Yes.
When you intentionally omit it from a graphic.
Right.
Would I have deleted the graphic? No. To
Once
your point, write it out.
Yeah.
Write it out. Because now it seems like a mistake. And it might have been a mistake. It might have been intentional. Like, I don't know.
Sure.
But my gut feeling is...
the Twitter timeline is 36 hours. Don't delete the tweet. People be on to the next thing the next day.
That's just it. It's dumb. I would have let it ride.
Yeah.
Either way. I find it interesting for a few reasons. I'm always... I shouldn't say always. I'm more likely to side with TSN just from a business standpoint on a lot of these things with my exposure to the league, where the teams... I'm not casting shade. The teams do more than the league do to promote the league.
Yeah.
I feel very comfortable saying that. And I think it's quantifiable. And so when people are like, well, TSN's not doing this, and I would just ask, what is the league doing? Mm-hmm. The TSN is keeping the lights on at the CFL. They paid $130 million for broadcasting rights. Who's paying that? Who else is paying that? If TSN goes, yeah, you know what? We're not sure about next year. Who's going to step up and pay that same amount of money for broadcast rights for the CFL?
Yeah. It ain't out there, man.
I personally,
like Amazon Prime,
do not believe it's out there. My feeling, and I think
like I argued with Rob about this on Monday. It ain't Sportsnet. They have the Blue Jays. The only reason you would do it if you're Rogers is to put a bullet in Bell Media.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, yeah, that would be a move.
But you've got the Jays every night.
Yeah.
And so what does it do for you on Sportsnet to have whatever? Ticats, Red Blacks on a Thursday night when the Jays are playing the Red Sox.
4 years ago, if you asked me, hey, what do you think the solution to this problem is? And I mean, I'm no more educated then than I am now, just to be clear. But
it's less encumbered.
It's break it up.
I can say.
Do what the NFL does. Give X amount of games to CBC. Give X amount of games to TSN. Give X amount of games to CTV.
Which is, frankly, how it used to work.
And you have to think of overall exposure to the youngest audience that will grow your brand over the longest term. And the fact of the matter is that's not really what the focus of the league is. The league is perpetually old white centric, and it's, well, they got TSN, so they're gonna sadly it's almost me too. And it's not thinking about growing youth. And I'm I have friends who work for the CFL, so I'm not trying to be an asshole here. But the fact of the matter is the NFL is coming into this country and starting flag football projects and high school football projects and Olympic adjacent projects. And you could be like, wow, they got NFL money. Sure. But what effort have you made to try and do anything of the sort on any sort of similar level?
Right.
And that's where, I am scared to see the CFL go away. Like, I would never want it to. Not hot take. I like the CFL game better than NFL football in terms of rule set. But I'll watch any NFL football game when it's on. I will not watch any CFL football game when it's on. I need to like the teams and the players and be interested and invested.
Or there's got to be stakes of some kind.
There's got to be stakes of some sort. Whereas, like, I don't have that with the NFL. I know if I'm watching an NFL game, I know the production quality is going to be the best of the best. And the gameplay is going to be the best of the best. And those are very real things that I don't think are openly discussed or people are scared to discuss as it pertains to the CFL. And I do think they are, I'm such an asshole, I don't remember his name, but the gentleman who's running the CFL now, the new commissioner,
Stuart Johnson,
who is former head of Bell Media.
TSN, way to branch out, guys.
And that adds a whole other element to like what that new re-up of the TV contract looks like. Because we talk about breaking it up, and it's like, well, look who they just installed. So maybe not.
But isn't breaking it up between TSN and CTV just
same
left pocket to right pocket?
For sure. But
and I can't imagine, like I said, Rogers gives a shit.
No, and
so you're running out of people to bid.
Yeah. And to go to,
like I said, if it's not Amazon Prime or Crave or
and to go to
Netflix.
To the point I tried to make and then failed to because I distracted myself. It's all about accessibility.
Yeah.
I think one of the smartest things MLB did in the recent years is put stuff on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You got a game a week on YouTube.
Yep.
Spring training on YouTube. And it's like, PWHL, same team. Is like, don't put it behind a paywall and make it as stupid accessible a 5-year-old could watch your game if they wanted to.
Right.
If I handed, let's pretend my kids are 5 again. Let's not. But if they were, I hand my cell phone over and go, open YouTube and put on an NFL game or a CFL game. And all they know how to do is open YouTube and type in CFL and there's a game. That's how easy it needs to be.
Well, that's probably how you and I found football, man. Flipping around on regular television 100 years ago. Oh, look, there's Bills versus Patriots or whatever else. It was just there. You stumbled across it. People don't stumble across things anymore.
Can we have? We're for sure going to need 3 parts. We're going to have a whole CFL podcast. Let's dive into this because I would like your opinion because I have opinions on this and I would love to hear your take on this. I think a larger aspect of this that is not discussed as much. I know it's discussed before people the 4 people who are still listening fucking jump on me and be like, I talk about this on Twitter all the time. When you were growing up, who was your favorite football player?
Pinball.
Okay.
Well, I know that's probably not where you wanted me to go, but that's
no, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
I got a good pinball story.
Great.
It doesn't even need to be on camera. It can be off camera. But how old were you when you first had
I probably was already 10 or 11 or 12. Like football wasn't high on my list. I got into it a little later.
How did you become a fan of pinball? What was the etymology of that?
The Argos were on CBC most weekends.
Who turned on CBC?
Actually, I think when we were camping most weekends was the only channel we got on TV because we were boating, we camped, we had a little cottage, no cable. Even at home, we had no cable. So you just flipped around the TV. Hey, football's on. It took me a little while as a kid who didn't know sports well to figure out that, this league is different than that league, right, in terms of the NFL and the CFL. And it was no more complicated than, I live near Toronto. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't understand the leagues yet, and one was better or worse than the other, but this is my hometown.
Yep.
And I can get into that. I'm supposed to cheer for Toronto, not Buffalo, not Miami, not Denver. These teams will never play each other. I did not yet know, but I would eventually figure it out.
Okay, so
it was the CBC, man. It was right there. Stumble across.
Accessibility.
Yeah.
So accessibility is a huge piece of that puzzle, which the CFL is lacking
Yes.
currently. If you don't have TSN, you don't have accessibility. So right off the bat, that stumbled upon. Well, I stumbled upon. Well, if you don't have TSN, you're not stumbling upon anything.
But does anyone still stumble upon, like, or is that just not the way we do it anymore?
So I think it's kind of like a, what's the phrase? Too many beers in. Like you lead a horse to water.
Yeah.
Like I think that's kind of the day and age that we live in, where it's like, and I hate myself for saying this, but like that's where you have to lean on people who it's like, well, who's influencing your key demographics?
Yeah.
And how are you tapping
How does
into
Mr. Beast attend a Ticats game this year?
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And then how do you make that Ticats game accessible to as many people as humanly fucking possible? Because as soon as you go, oh my God, we got Mr. Beast. Oh my God, that's amazing. And his subscribers go, well, how do we watch that? Well, we're in the US and you need the ESPN Plus app.
CBS
Or like,
Sports Plus app.
Exactly. Like you need to jump through. And it's like, no thanks.
Yeah.
It's like, no, click on this link and you can watch the game.
Right.
That's what it needs to be. And I understand. That is a very one-sided look at it, and maybe not the most business-oriented look, because it's like, well, yeah, but we need to make money and we need to put things behind paywalls, and this is how TV. I get all that. I genuinely do, but
because you're not stumbling across it through my ideas either of Netflix or Amazon Prime.
But that's also where the league needs to be inundating fucking people with content, where it's like telling player stories, telling league stories, like flashback. Man,
I remember one brilliant but smelly fuck doing a program where a bunch of the Red Blacks unveiled their schedule eating chicken wings. That was a great broadcast.
As if you said smelly fuck.
I know. 2 episodes in a row.
Jesus Christ. I will not sleep tonight. No,
that stuff was fun, though. It was just something, let's do it this way. Here's our schedule. Yeah. Throw it up on YouTube. Here's some guys eating hot wings and talking about who we're playing in week 9.
I am still super proud of that.
That was awesome, man.
I was very pleased with myself. And that
hot
was
R1s.
That was just a fun day. But yeah, like it's a 24/7 business, and you need to act as such. And right now, that's just not how it's handled. And you can be like, well, we don't have the money. And it's like, well, then you can't have the problems. You know what I mean? You can't complain. Well, no one's watching us. Well, are you investing the money? Well, we don't have the money. It's like, well, then I don't know what to fucking tell you. Invest the money or don't. Shit or get off the pot.
At the end of the day, do you expect that in the 2027 season, TSN will still be the sole broadcaster of the CFL?
So that's a really tough question. Do I think they will? Probably. Do I want them to be? No. And only because I'm cool if they say Bell Media. Like, that's fine. I just want the
because they have moved some games onto CTV,
yes,
so that was a good move. That was a great idea.
So fucking smart, yes. And like there are a lot of people.
So when I say TSN, I've blown the question. It's that
Bell Media
ownership. Yeah, Bell Media games are on TSN/CTV.
Yeah, and I was so pumped to see that because that's something that. Not that I have any fucking dog in this race or anything, but I've been pretty openly advocating for almost since I started with the CFL, where it's just like you have to put the Grey Cup on CTV. You have to maximize the amount of eyeballs that can be on that fucking game because that's best on best.
If you're not a media person, one's a pay cable station, one's just free on the antenna. It's on any. Yeah. Well, that's you know.
And so it
CBC equivalent.
It has to be that way. I think if you really want to maximize your viewership, it has to be that way. I would love to see it again, kind of going back to like accessibility. Mm-hmm. If you had fucking, I watched the Olympics on CBC Gem.
Whatever you want, man.
It's
7 a.m. and here's a downhill ski race. Dude, get after it. All right, I'm in. Like
men's gold medal game. Me and my boss, are driving to Kingston, and we streamed the game in the truck.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know if that's illegal, but like I was watching it. He was driving, just to be abundantly clear. But like, no problems. I literally just downloaded the app.
Yep.
And that was it. Yep. I was able to watch
free as shit on
as
go.
Frictionless as humanly possible, which is how things need to be in 2026. And the league needs to realize this, and maybe they are.
First, create a username and a password. First, tell us. Just give me the game, you assholes.
Just let me watch the fucking game. Just make this as easy as humanly possible. Because if you don't, someone else will. And I just think there needs to be a renewed approach, and there just needs to be 10 times the amount of content that is coming out of the league needs to come out of the league if if they have expectations to achieve a certain level of recognition or viewership or revenue for that matter. Because at the end of the day, and I don't want to speak out of term, and I probably should maybe not speak, but like it's a very gate-driven
of course.
league from a revenue standpoint, and like that's not a thing in the NFL. Like if you're trying to follow the NFL model, it's like you have a million streams of revenue.
Before they sell ticket one, they're already making money.
100%. And so this is, I am terrible at this, but the point I was eventually trying to get to with you is pinball.
Yeah.
How long do you play for the Argos?
Oh, it really wasn't that long. 5 or 6 years?
5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And you say that wasn't that long.
Well, okay.
No.
But some guys are career Argos or career whatever, right? Rough Riders.
Okay. Right now.
But he hit me in that window when I was first forming my allegiances. And I guess then he stayed forever, which didn't hurt. But
for sure. And same. Yeah. I grew up. I'm sorry. How old are you?
Does it matter?
We're close.
Slightly over 40.
Okay.
Slightly.
And
Just slightly.
I'm about to be 40.
Yeah, okay.
I'm about to be 40. So we're
sorry, buddy.
I'm still not quite able and ready. No, so the reason I ask is like, and I'll use the Red Blacks as an example just because I'm the closest to it and it's the easiest for me. Lorenzo Malden.
Yeah.
Was with the team for 4 seasons. Banner player. Literal banner on the side of the CAA building on the stadium. Dealt before the end of last season. Oh, I don't want to say anything out of pocket now. So I'm just like,
let me get you another 10% beer.
Yeah, no. Dominic Rhymes. I'm trying to think. I need your help to fill in the blanks now. I've had too many beers. But there are... Richie Leone is a free agent.
Yeah.
We are March 3rd? March 3rd? Yep. No, can we... Sorry, I just blew up your spot. We're not March 3rd.
It's March 5th.
We're March 11th or whatever next
Part
Thursday is. Yeah. No, but he's a free agent. He's one of the best punters this team has ever had. One of the best punters in the league.
Yeah.
Consistently over the last however many seasons, he's a free agent. If you're a fan, whose jersey are you buying? Devontae Dedmon just got dealt.
Yeah.
Plays for the Alouettes now.
Ugh.
I know.
It's gross.
So you got Caleb Evans, plays for the Alouettes. You got...
If you're asking me if I was walking into the Red Black shop tomorrow to buy a jersey...
This is why you're the host.
It might be Brad Sinopoli.
Okay.
See,
so
this
let's
is what
have
I
this
do.
conversation.
As a Leaf guy whose team has been terrible forever, you buy
Henry
Gilmore,
Burris jersey.
you buy Wendell Clark, you buy Henry Burris, you buy Brad Sinopoli. That's not going to go stale on me.
Or
that's
Lewis
not
Ward.
Sure.
Credit where credit's due. You buy Lewis Ward jersey.
Right. So you protect yourself by not buying somebody who's going to get dealt in week 6 because you're off to another
exactly. So
5 fucking start.
Yes.
Sorry,
you articulate. No. You articulated this a million times better than I was trying to. So
you buy the Alfie jersey.
So exactly. Yes. So as a fan and as a business, separately as a business, how do you rectify that? How do you go to a fan base who's too scared to invest in your current team and say, no, trust us. Like, we got this. But they won't buy your jerseys because they're like, I don't know if you're going to keep this guy.
Right.
I don't know. Like, are you going to trade this guy next year? Like, how do you run a business that way? Now, times that by every team in the league for the most part.
Yeah.
How do you effectively run a
an
league that way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jersey sales, I'm sure, would be significantly better if
you're sitting here looking at a Red Blacks jersey with a number 15 tall can audio on it because that was safer than anything else that I could do. And it would sit nice in the studio and it would hang up, but it was safer than putting a player name on it.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? It's funny. I only own one Red Blacks player's jersey, game worn, and I will donate $500 to charity if you can guess what player I have. And maybe I sound like more like an asshole by saying that because there's no way you're going to guess it.
Game worn.
Yep.
I'm going to say...
So fucking pissed if you guess it.
I'm going to say...
He left in 20...
I was going to say Dominique Davis.
No, but I love him to death.
I think I knew that about you. Like, I think I'd heard you speak well of him before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he...
I knew it wasn't going to be like Jeremiah Masoli or something obvious like that. I know.
Jeremiah's one of my favorite human beings, too.
100%.
Like,
but I thought that was way too obvious. You wouldn't have let
that
me
would have
do
been
that.
very obvious. Yeah.
So, who is it?
Hunter Stewart.
Okay. In 1,000 years, I wasn't getting
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
I just... Dude, like... Guy's guy, first off.
Yeah.
But, like... So underrated for work ethic, in my opinion. And like, obviously, I get exposure a lot more than...
in terms of what type of people they are.
Exactly. Yeah. One of the most lovely people to deal with, but like low-key, one of the hardest working dudes, one of the biggest dudes. I remember fucking like, I think it was 23, like going into the 23 season. This guy's like, I'm guessing, but like 6'7". I don't know how much he weighs, but like worked all offseason, stayed in Ottawa, worked all offseason, and had a 6-pack. Now imagine someone who's that tall with a fucking 6-pack. He was just like working his balls off to be the best he could possibly be. And that, like, for whatever reason, like, that really stuck with me.
Sure.
That it, like, every time I was in the facilities, he was there. So it was that mindset I really tapped into. So yeah, like one of his jerseys came up in our office. They were like, hey, like this is available. And I was like immediately like, yes, I would like that one, please. Thank you. I will take that however much. Like, I don't care. Like that's my guy. Like there was just something about his work ethic and just work ethic divided with being like just a good human being that I was like, yes. All that to say, if you were to buy Red Blacks jerseys today, or Argos jerseys. Are you buying a Chad Kelly jersey? We're going to have that conversation. That's a whole fucking... If you buy a Nick Arbuckle jersey, I will high-five the shit out of you because Nick Arbuckle is a gem of a human being.
I've heard that.
And I
know somebody who's taken care of his dog or did take care of his dog for a long time.
That's true. Yeah. Fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Yes.
The star power doesn't last long enough or isn't projected strong enough.
But whose fault is that?
It's a great question, man. It's not TSN's fault.
It's not.
That is not TSN's fault.
It's not TSN's fault.
No. You got to have a star. You got to have a... Look, I got a couple little guys in my life who do genuinely watch Red Blacks games all the time, and that's awesome. And for a while, they asked the same silly questions I did about when does Ottawa play Patrick Mahomes? Like, nah, it's probably not soon.
I don't think anyone wants to see that.
Right. But... they love the Red Blacks.
Of course.
And yet, when the Jays got hot, they were asking me about Vladdy, right? We market stars, right?
100%.
We know who Gosman is. We know who Vladimir Guerrero is. We know who Bo Bichette is.
Yep.
CFL's not doing that.
Nope.
And that's your competition through the summer in Canada. Dude, the Blue Jays.
We run New Era ads for CFL merch without CFL players.
Yeah.
Explain that to me. And off camera, I will happily explain that to you. But it's just like, what are we doing?
You can't tease stuff on the show that's not going to be on the show.
Sure I can, because the 4 people who are listening, 2 of them know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, fuck, yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
If you were to name top 5 Red Blacks, star power, right now.
Like current?
No. Just all-time
Red Blacks?
All-time Red Blacks, not Rough Riders. Red Blacks.
Henry Burris.
Yeah.
Brad Sinopoli.
Yeah.
And everything after that for me is a step down, but we can have now some...
You're going to go modern?
I don't know.
See? Okay.
This is it. This is what I'm saying, though. You can't go too deep and then have a drop-off. That's not the way modern sports leagues should run.
I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you 100%.
And there's a lot of guys out there... I don't know, Hightower? What's that guy doing? Like, can I get that jersey anymore?
Yeah.
But these aren't...
So you've named 2, and you're scared to name another 3.
Well, I can go back, right? You can do the Miracle on Bank Street.
Yeah.
Right?
Which I fully support.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is what I mean, though. This is the league problem.
Is this... And I agree with you. But the Red Blacks are a young franchise. Like, if you asked a Ticats fan, they go, Danny McManus, you're like, good call, man. Like,
for sure.
Sweet drop. Like, you can do that across the league. Warren Moon, if you want to go back
100%.
that far. Casey Printers out in BC, Zach guy getting a... You know what I'm saying, though? Like, I do think there's a certain amount of, okay, this kid got into the league at 15. Who was the best player on his favorite team at 15? The Red Blacks haven't had quite as much time to build up that Anthony Calvillo type of...
A great pull, by the way.
Right. Like
that is a
Ben Cahoon, right? Like
example,
these guys are...
Yep.
The Red Blacks need a little bit of time, but you would have a better handle than I do on how big of a problem this is league-wide versus Ottawa-specific.
I don't know if a better handle. It's just more observation, if that. But, like, again, going back to your pinball thing, it's like Rocket Ishmael.
Yeah.
Even
Flutie. He was only there like 3-4 years in Toronto. He's a legend in Toronto.
And Calgary. I still have a game program from when my dad went to a game. I would have been like 6, and it was the Stamps versus the Ticats, and I still have the game program with Flutie on the cover.
Right.
When game programs were a thing. Like, I have that at my house, and it's like, I've never gotten rid of that. I have a box of Flutie Flakes, unopened box
no
of Flutie
way,
Flakes, 100%.
Send a picture of that shit, man, for the IG here for TC.
And it's like, but he, like, to your point, he barely played in the league.
Yeah,
he played for 2 teams, and 3. Wasn't he with BC for a while too? I don't want to talk shit. Wasn't he BC, Calgary?
I don't remember
Toronto?
if it was BC, but he definitely had one other stop.
Can we fact check this in real time?
Sure.
I don't want to fucking talk out of school. But my point is like,
Darren Flutie was around for a while. He was
yes,
a Tiger Cat, but never got quite the same love.
But like, my question is like, what are we not doing now? BC Lions, Calgary Stampeders.
There you
Toronto
go.
Argonauts.
Good pull, man.
Thank you. Is what's changed that we don't? Why aren't we talking about like the journey of Nick Arbuckle?
Yeah.
I look at Nick Arbuckle as an incredibly marketable human being, just as an example.
Yep.
Like, as an incredibly marketable human being, and like, no, it's, well, when's Chad coming back? First off, fuck that guy.
Yep.
And I'm happy to go on record as saying that, but
Yep.
fuck that guy. Like, why is this even a conversation? And the fact that it is a conversation, it's like the problem number one. Problem number one, why are we promoting this guy?
But don't we need a Nick Arbuckle story that gets to starter territory? Like,
but you have Nick Arbuckle going to the Grey Cup.
I know.
What more do you want? Like,
You're right.
What
This
more do
year, that
fans
does
want?
work. And the way I phrase that sounds so limiting. Like, yeah, fine, I guess you can. No, he wins a championship. What the fuck you want from the guy, right? Like, he's done his part. And he did have, but I think there's so many guys that feel transient, either across the league or, I remember, man, this is before the pandemic. That's all I can give you in terms of timeline.
Yeah.
The Red Blacks were so decimated at running back that they pulled a guy out of a car dealership down in Florida to come back and play that day.
Is that true?
Yes, that is absolutely factual. We need a guy today. He did play in the CFL for a year as somebody's backup, and we're like, hey, can you be here tomorrow?
I think we need to do a documentary on just that.
He had left the league and was retired to sell cars
Beautiful.
in like Jacksonville or some
Amazing.
shit.
Of course.
And we're like, got a contract waiting for you if you can get here by tomorrow night.
Oh my God.
And this is one of the things that, I did sort of say to you off mic is sometimes I think the problem with TSN, and it's not a TSN problem, is that we're giving you an incredibly professional, beautiful broadcast of what can sometimes be kind of a mess. And you and I, we love that mess.
Yeah.
It's a great mess.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't, and sometimes it's gameplay specific. Like, oh, if we didn't have that in HD, that'd be better right now because the ref just made a brutal call on it, right? Like,
and there are other things too. And to be abundantly clear, like when we're having this conversation, it's a constructive criticism.
It's set out of love, man.
Out of love.
Yes.
And I mean that with my whole ass heart.
Yeah.
Is like, I love this league. I love the players. I love the rule sets. And
I don't know how many other shows in this market are having this conversation right now.
Also very
We
fair.
are having it because we love it and we want it to work.
Yeah, 100%. I'll use TD as an example. You can use Molson Percival Stadium as an example as well. Is like, it's lit worse than a high school stadium.
Right.
How does it look on television?
Right.
You think TSN wants to pump
when are you
going to
upscale that to 4K? Yeah, I can't do it, man. Sorry. Like, you don't want to know what that's going to look like.
But for real, like, you think TSN wants to pump the airwaves full of clips from TD Place,
right,
which is lit worse than an American high school.
Yeah.
You can't see the end zones because it's 2 stops darker than midfield because they don't have any lights pointing at the end zone.
Right.
Like, and that's not a TSN problem.
Nope.
That's
what I'm saying. TSN is giving you a high quality broadcast of, I'm sorry, a minor league product at times.
Minor league facilities.
Yeah, that's better phrasing.
Yeah.
The athletes are incredible.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
The league is not providing you venues and situations that warrant the quality of broadcasting.
100%. And I would say, like, the rule set definitely dictates the type of play you see, but the level of play you see within is high. I mean, like, and I've had this conversation a million times with a bunch of friends and colleagues and stuff like that, is like, when you take, this guy's in the CFL and this guy's in the NFL, it's like, that can be like a tenth of a second on a 40. And it's like, for sure, like, that guy who made the NFL is the best of the best of the best, but it's like, they're still in the 1% of athletes in the world.
But like, sometimes I think it's as much about media who just don't want to talk about the CFL in as much depth as we know who the second line center is of the Ottawa 67s, and we know who's going to go 5th overall in the NHL draft this year. We know about what Canadians are exceeding in the upcoming March Madness, right, in NCAA basketball. Why aren't we giving, like, there's a certain amount of onus, I think, that falls on Canadian media to help not necessarily boost them because we should hold it up, but at least tell the stories.
I think that's a fair. I think that's a fair question. My only pushback would be, again, is like, is the league telling those stories?
No, and that's a great. I think you and I have beat them over the head enough to suggest they're not.
No, but again, it's I look
but
at it.
Do we ask the NHL to tell the story of Gavin McKenna about to be drafted top 3 in the NHL draft, or do we just know because other people are telling his story?
And that's a totally fair question. My caveat there would be, like, the NHL as a brand and as a whole has created enough return on investment for media outlets to make it worthwhile telling.
Yeah.
Whereas the CFL has not done that.
Right.
The CFL has not proven itself a hot enough commodity to be like, hey, am I going to pay a journalist $40 an hour to write a story about this guy that 50 people are going to read and no one's going to care about, and that when I publish it, the league won't even cover it. And when the league signs him, or someone in the league signs him, the league won't push him, and the league's not going to make him a star. So, like, you can already play out the entire thing to be like, why am I even going to make this initial investment when there's going to be no payoff ever eventually? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I view it, where it's just like everything kind of needs to be mutually supported. And, like, I don't know what levels of communication are between the league and the broadcaster. I'm very out of that whole realm, and I think
we're all about to find out.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people thought if there was going to be an extension between TSN and the CFL, we'd have heard it by now. And I'm not suggesting there won't be, but the fact that it's not done yet is noteworthy, if nothing else.
I agree. And again, like, not to beat a dead horse, I think it's just going to boil down to, like, it has to be accessible. It has to be as accessible to me and you as it is to a 5-year-old in order to grow the sport on some level, whether that's one game a week or one game every other week. Like, you need to be able to stumble across it. And if you're just going to gatekeep and put everything behind paywalls and say, well, you get the Grey Cup, you're fucked. And it's not going to change, and you're going to keep being fucked. And if you're not going to produce engaging content, and, like, they have a great content team. This has nothing to do with the content team. It's more of a marketing strategy standpoint. If you are not constantly pushing the best players in the league throughout the entire season and the entire off season to get people excited, then you're fucked. And that is just the way it is.
Yeah.
And unless you're willing to change, then you're fucked.
The league dies when I do.
Not to be redundant,
right?
but it's like you're fucked.
I'm on the young end of CFL fans. Certainly you are.
Yeah, 100%.
So
100%.
You're prepared to ride this out until...
That's just it. And not to... and I do mean this sincerely, but there does need to be, and I'm prefacing my own fucking soundbite, but like a lot of teams have made the adjustment, which is very smart. They're all run by very smart people. But like, I remember before I worked for the Red Blacks, so would have been 2019, I wanted to take my son to a Red Blacks game. I was like, we had like a Saturday afternoon, just him and I was like, fuck it, like I'll just take him to a Red Blacks game.
Sure.
It was $200, and the team was like 1-8.
Yeah.
And it's like, what, for not even
me
great
and a kid.
seats?
No,
and it's like, plus concession. Like, why? And like,
kid's gonna want a hot dog,
and he's
maybe.
not gonna last the whole game,
Right.
And so it's like, well, why the fuck am I gonna spend that? Now, granted, and again, to be clear, a lot of teams have adjusted their ticket prices and made like family packages,
Sure.
and like certain seating, and it's a little more accessible, but it's still an expensive adventure.
Yeah.
So you kind of need to take that into consideration. And again, a lot of teams, Ottawa included, have done that. But that is another part of it too, where it's like, all right, you see the game on YouTube, you want to go see it in real life. Great, cool. Hey, yeah, it's super accessible. This is how we do it.
This whole
a la
thing,
PWHL.
Yes. This
Honestly,
whole thing of, the team's not been that great, but man, TD Place on a Friday night, it's a fun place to be. It's wearing off, man. People are done. People are done paying to go down and just, because it's the place to be, it's becoming less and less the place to be too. You got to win some fucking football games.
And I can't speak to that because I haven't been to a game in over a year.
We're going this year though, right? You and me, we're going to go down. And
I would be down.
Yeah.
We pick is the schedule out? I haven't even looked.
It is out.
And I'm not even trying to be like spicy
No.
and be a dick, but like I sincerely just
I'm a
haven't
stand
looked.
on the bridge, drink a beer, and talk to passerby kind of guy more than
I would be potentially down to experiment with the log cabin.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
I haven't done that, but here's
you know what? We can show love to our boy Matty K, who normally holds that place down, right, during the season.
my pregame hug.
This is it. So
I used to go by that tent
There you
every
go.
day and give him a pregame hug.
Yeah.
Love Matty K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
log cabin.
So
I'd be down.
So here's the only thing that, as I'm saying this, I'm like, okay, but wait.
Are you allowed on the premises?
No. That's a great question. It's a great after this podcast? No. It's TBD. There's no screen.
Yeah,
so when it's at the opposite end of the field, you have to turn around from the field and watch the fucking
the
screen.
TV
So that's
or something,
kind of fucked up. I would maybe be open. I don't remember what it's called. The what is it, the Legacy Lounge? Sure. The opposite end zone,
okay.
Whatever that is. Maybe.
I normally just stand on the bridge above that and drink my beer.
Honestly, that might
see
be
the screen from there.
That might be the move.
Yeah.
That might be the move. But yeah, I've never got to watch a Red Blacks game. So I would definitely be down to get drunk at a Red Blacks game.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Behind the TCA, you can shoot and produce as a one-time special.
That would be so funny. That'd be so funny.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Start yelling at
You know
people.
what? We don't buy tickets until we see how the season starts. After week 4,
Okay.
they are 2-2 or better, or we don't buy tickets.
How do you feel about this season? I'm asking you.
Yeah.
We haven't discussed this.
I told you I'm prepared to wait till week 4 to see
that's
how.
right. You know what? You did just.
I don't know, man. I do like the management hire. I like Ryan Dinwiddie.
Yep.
I think that was. I do like the idea that they've kept Berkey around, even if it means moving him into a slightly different position. I think that was sketchy as hell in terms of how they made that hire happen. Like, Berkey's still running the show, and Dinwiddie's got a new title, but that's something that happens in sports. But you can't hire someone else's coach to be your coach. You have to promote him. So you promote your own guy to clear some space and whatever else. I'm happy enough with that. People who are smarter than me when it comes to the CFL, which is not a short list, seem to be happy largely with the moves the team has made this offseason. So I'm prepared to it's the same. Hope springs eternal, man.
Yes.
At the beginning of every year, all right, let's see how it goes this year. I've been burned a few times before, and I'll be honest with you, the second half of last year, in knowing where the Red Blacks were and what the Blue Jays were doing at the same time, I'll be over here, man. Like, that's where I was at that point.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah, I get that.
So
I get that.
But I think we can find an excuse to get down there and have a couple
for
beers.
sure.
Maybe drag Hoffley along with us.
I'm super down. Yeah. I almost texted him to join us for tonight. I didn't want to do that on your behalf, but I was like, man, I haven't seen Chris in
security down there. They don't let him in. It's down in the
curious to see if they let me in. We'll see what happens.
I meant downstairs here into the studio.
That's a whole different story. Yeah, touche.
So I think 3-parter.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay, because this ended up being all CFL, and that's fine. It was worth covering.
What else do we want to wrap up? Hold on. Do we have any crazy? Where do we think people are going? So Jeremiah Masoli. Let's talk Red Black stuff. Yeah, okay. Jeremiah Masoli, former Red Black.
Yeah.
Free agent.
Yeah.
Richie Leone, I believe, still free agent.
How is he not coming back here? That's the guy that I go, what has he done so wrong for you? Like, what is...
Dude. So...
Like, Jeremiah, God love him, and everything he's been through, I kind of get why they're looking to move on at quarterback. Richie Leone, like, that's your guy.
Jeremiah, I look at as someone who you just want in your quarterback room from, like, a coaching perspective. Like, I would almost hire him as quarterback coach, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Whether he would take that or not is to be determined, but he's just a good person to have in the room, in my opinion. Again, I'm biased as fuck. I just like these guys as human beings. Richie Leone is the head scratcher where it's just like, what? Like,
he's still good at this.
He's still
it's not even like he's washed or something. You have to cut bait. Yeah.
Just like, what are we doing? And it's like, if you break up that special teams unit, again, it's just like, what are we...
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think he should stay. I think you got to keep...
If they haven't re-signed him yet, there's a...
do they compete for punter? Like, do they have a competition at camp?
Not to my knowledge.
Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I did read an article on 3 Down Nation where, like, they're going to bring someone to have Lou compete with someone.
Okay.
Look, again, full disclosure.
Yeah.
Biased as fuck. I am ride or die for Lou and Richie, period. Fuck everyone else. respectfully, fuck everyone else.
Yeah.
Those are my guys.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a Red Blacks team where you drop Lewis Ward and Richie Leone in the same season and expect to not have insane blowback from your fan base. Yeah. And I know roster positions are not subject to that, but at the end of the day, these teams are a business.
Yes.
And you have to think about what banners, again, going to Lewis Ward, banners are hanging up on that CAA building in the fucking end zone, and what jersey sales have been driving for the last however many seasons it's been.
Yeah.
You cut that guy because you're like, wow, this guy's whatever. No. Like, fuck that. Like, what are we doing? And that's non-football business, Josh.
No.
Like, that's Josh, the video guy who loves those dudes to death, talking, but it's like...
But they've let some other prominent names walk out the door this offseason. And I get, like, change has to happen if you want to get better. It's tough, right? And like you said, you know these guys personally, and you know who's good in the room and who is less good in the room.
There are no less good. Okay. I will say unequivocally.
But change is going to happen. When you keep losing, change is going to happen.
And I'm
just not sure this was the position where it was really your problem. Right?
Like, that's... Yes, again, this is why you're the host, is you put things much quicker than I do. We're just like, what's the root of the problem?
We're about to do part 3 of our conversation. So how much better at this I am?
It's like, man, like, yeah, did they have their best seasons? No, but like, do you drop guys like that? And it's like, man, fucking...
I don't know. How much of the fan base is just ready for what new? Everything new.
But then that's a whole other question. Man, we can make this 4 hours of just CFL talk, but it's like, do you think it's even worse to be at a point where you start cutting like legacy players and no one cares?
When you're listening to the fans?
No, not even that. Say they get rid of Lou.
Yeah.
Say they cut Lou after training camp. Sure. Say they don't re-sign Richie.
Yeah.
And no one cares. That's death.
Well,
you know what I mean?
In any sport, in any franchise, indifference is the real enemy.
Exactly. Right? That's what I'm saying. Yes.
If fans are still showing up and booing and throwing shit at you and pissed off, at least they're still passionate.
Yep.
Once they're just like, I don't know, whoever, it's...
Yeah. It's like, oh, we got Justin Hardy, who's awesome.
Yep.
But it's like,
Yeah. You need people to care.
It's just... I do not
CFL's in a bad spot.
I don't.
They are.
It doesn't have to be.
But they are.
But
it doesn't have to stay there.
I do not envy the front office of the Ottawa Red Blacks, nor have I for the past fucking 5 years. But like, it's
like, for better or worse, though, everybody I talk to, like yourself, like Hoffley, whatever, everybody who knows these people goes,
disgruntled ex-employees.
Well, but sure. There's a new pod I'm going to start.
Oh my God, that's a great idea.
But everybody goes, hey, Bob Dice, nicest guy in the fucking world. I have no trouble believing that. But at some point, when the team isn't good, you're going to fire the head coach. That's sports, right?
Yep.
Does it mean Bob Dice deserved to be fired or is suddenly a bad person or anything? It doesn't mean any of that. It means sports turns over. We get a new leaf. We get a new guy.
Yep.
That's the way it goes, right?
Yep.
And you guys have a personal relationship with him. I don't. I'm just a pissed off fan on my couch going, throw someone overboard. Is that rational? It is not. Is that the way sports fans are? Yeah.
But
it is.
I think a lot of people are in the industry are kind of detached from a lot of that mindset insofar as, like, for my industry, like, there's a running joke where it's like, you haven't been a director until you've been fired. And it's true. Like, you're going to get to a position where it's just like, yeah, we don't want you for this. And you're like, oh, and you're just a number that's going to get replaced. And if you're not moving the needle and you're not making money, it's like, oh, bye. And that's it. And that's sports. And I think every coach I've ever had the privilege.
You know who said it best? The well-spoken, stone cold Steve Austin.
I was going to say Ted Lasso, but go ahead. Give me a stone cold quote.
I don't know if it's exact quote, but when he retired, he basically described it as, you have to understand, in this business, you are a cog, one gear in the wheel. And when that gear wears out, no different than any other car or machine, or somebody's going to pull out that spent gear, toss it away, and plug in a brand new one.
Yeah.
He goes, before me, it was The Rock. Before The Rock, it was Bret Hart. Before Bret Hart, it was Macho Man. Before Macho Man, it was Hulk Hogan. Like,
yep.
At some point, this gear's wasted. Chuck it. Next one up.
Still going to kick off in May.
This is it. We got to go, right? The business rolls on without you. And he goes, on a personal level, that sucks. That feels really shitty. But when you zoom out, that's just business, right? That's the way she rolls.
Someone's still going to be taking first team snaps in May. Period.
That's it.
Doesn't matter if it's you or me or the other guy. Like,
probably won't be you or me.
Fuck, could you imagine?
Man.
Maybe they'd be... Never mind.
We got one more, man.
I kid.
We ended up going an entire CFL pod. It's been a while since we did that here. I love it, though. That means the passion.
Dare I say we make this a thing? Is it the beer talking?
Oh, it's almost always on this show, the beer talking.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we'll hit a third parter. Stay tuned. Because we got more to talk about, mate. Somehow, we got one more beer in us.
How is that possible?
I don't know. You and I talk too much. I think
it's true. I think it's great.
We will get into some things. I want to talk some music with you.
Yes.
Yeah. We got lots to cover here on one more edition with our buddy Joshua O'Connor on TCA. Stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed wherever you're hearing us right now, if you're still here right now, and subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast app.